Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we're looking at how our bugs and their traits are going to be helping us with deciding where to relocate them, and more specifically, excuse me, looking to understand their traits so we can understand how they're going to be surviving and how we can keep them alive for all their medical benefits. So, for each of our features that our Lego population has, there is a connection to some real world features found in bug populations. So, just like our Legos, our bug population can have different combinations of these traits. So, let's take a look at what these features and traits are. So, for example, if we're looking at the very top of our Lego, we know that the Lego dots are bug eyes. So each of these dots could be a different amount of eyes that bugs have. So, this specific bug has 8 eyes. Other bugs in our population might have 2 or 1 or so on. We know that the length of our bug Lego represent the number of legs they have. So, the longer they are, the more legs they have. We know the width of our bugs and the width of our Legos represent the bug food and water storage, how much water they can hold, how much food they can hold in their body at any time. The color represents bug camouflage, so where they're able to hide in different environments. And last but not least, the height of our bug represents how much armor they have on their exoskeleton, so how tough they are. So now that we've looked at our features here, our goal is going to be to, number one, record those features in the upcoming task and decide how we're going to use them to then relocate them. So, because the combination of traits can vary within our bug population, we might have some with a lot of eyes but are kind of short, or some that are red but are, kind of long. It all depends. The environments that they can survive in might change. We know that we'll relocate our bugs to some different environments, but need to analyze their traits to decide how they'll benefit them. So in the next task, you're going to see this little table here with 3 columns: the feature table, adaptive trait column, and non-adaptive trait. You're going to start by recording the features that we have. So this is where you do the real world features now, not just the dots or the height. You'll do what those features represent: water storage, food storage, number of legs, and so on. And then you're going to brainstorm how those could be adaptive and non adaptive depending on their environment. So, if we're going back to our dog example here, if we have our dogs with our floppy ears and dogs with our pointy ears, we know that upright ears make it easier to hear prey and predators in the area. So, our upright ears can hear those predators, hear those prey, and are more likely to survive and get the food they need. Whereas floppy ear dogs, this can help them stay warmer in cold environments because it's covering their ears. So then what makes these non-adaptive? So if we're looking at floppy ears might make it harder for them to hear their predators and prey, so that makes it harder for them to survive. And the pointy ears can cause our dogs to get colder faster in a cold environment. So for each of the features that we write in here for our bugs, whatever it may be, we're going to brainstorm how the trait might be adaptive and non-adaptive in different environments. Looking to brainstorm as much as we can so that when we decide to relocate them, we can identify the best environment. So that's how we look at our real world traits found within our population of bugs, and that's how we complete our data table. If you have questions,